Hi, I'm Emily, and my materials that I'm using today is a game that I've created, and it's called the Cup Tower game. And for this game, all you need are some styrofoam or plastic cups, whichever ones you want, and you can get them anywhere. Some paper, can be colorful or whatever you want. A Sharpie or a colorful marker, and some scissors. So this game is just all about kids being able to manipulate the materials how they want to. A lot of it would be like building cup towers, like the game says, or you could do some matching of pictures or things like that if you drew it on your construction paper. It just depends on who your child is and what they like to do. I've used this with a couple of younger boys, and they love to build up towers and then punch them down and just kind of be able to throw the cups around and have fun. And they're plastic and light, so they won't hurt or break anything, hopefully. So the two grades that I chose to do were first grade and third grade. And so the way that I planned on incorporating this for first grade pragmatics was that as we're building the cup tower, they need to maintain eye contact with you. So throughout the building of the cup tower, you can be having a conversation with them, asking them how their day was, just getting them a little bit warmed up to you in the session. And throughout that, just making sure that they're maintaining eye contact with you. Now, for third grade pragmatics, I said that we could demonstrate turn taking while building the cup tower. And this can be done in a couple of different ways. It can be the typical, you do a turn, I do a turn with one cup. Or it could be for every 2 cups you put out, I can put out 2 cups. And just getting them to understand that you have to take turns throughout the game. For first grade phonology, I chose to do producing the coughing K sound in word level. And that's something that you can do with that is just on the bottom of the cup, you can put their target word or their target sound on there. So for the K sound, you could use the word cup. You're using cups and you're building with cups. So you can write that on the bottom, and for every turn they take, they have to say that word 3 to 5 times, just whatever your choice is. For phonology in third grade, I chose to do producing the TH sound in sentences. Now with this, you can incorporate some semantics and syntax into it as well, because you'd have your target sound or your target word on the bottom of the cup, and when you hand it to them, you say, can you give me a sentence with using this sound in it? And so that gets a little bit of semantics because they have to be able to know what the word means, and a little bit of syntax because they have to be able to produce a correct sentence. Now for semantics with first grade, I said the target word could be coffee. And what you would say to them would be, what do you do with coffee? They would have to give you, you drink it. You have to drink coffee because it's a drink. Another thing you could do is it hot or cold? And if they told you hot, you could say, what other drinks do you drink that could be hot? In which they could say tea or hot chocolate. For semantics of third grade, I said that the target word could be Thanksgiving. So if Thanksgiving is written on the bottom of their cup, you could say Thanksgiving is a holiday. Can you name any other holidays? So getting them to kind of group that together and categorize those holidays together. Another example that I gave for that would be incorporating your construction paper. And on your construction paper, you could either have definitions of your target sounds or target words that they can match to the cup. So if you had Thanksgiving, they could match that definition or something like that. Or you could have, for Thanksgiving, you could have something that you would have on that day. So for an example, you could say, on this day, we eat turkey and we have cornucopias. So throwing in a little bit of semantics with knowing what cornucopias are and what they go with and having them match that to their cup. So for the first grade syntax, I would have them produce 5 to 7 word sentences by placing the cups in the correct order. And what I mean by this is something you could do with the bottom of the cups is you could write an individual word on each cup that would produce a sentence. So you could have the cups mixed up and have them go and putting them in order. So if you had a sentence with the cat says meow, then you could have that on there and have them putting it in the correct syntactical order. And I would do the same thing for the third grade level, but just maybe a 7 to 10 word sentence, stepping up how many words are going to be in each sentence so that they have to be able to produce it a little differently. And for morphology in first grade, I had the goal of increasing the use of plurals. So the example could be, of course, that I have 1 cup and you have 2, getting them to say cups. And for morphology with first grade, you could also have a picture of something drawn on your construction paper to have them kind of match it. So if this is 1 cup, can you show me the picture of the child who has 2 cups? And getting them to understand that it would be someone that has more than 1 cup. For morphology of third grade, I would get them to do form and use the simple verbs, tenses. So an example would be I walked, I walk, I will walk. So getting their target words and being able to put them together to have those different verb tenses in there. And like I said, you can mix this up and use it in any kind of different way. On the construction paper, you could do different designs. You could trace the cups and have different designs to have them match it up, just to be a little bit more fun. Depending on how many cups you use, you could build different kinds of towers and put them in different orders just to have fun for them. But I have used this in some of my therapy sessions, and my clients love it because they like to be able to build things and really be hands-on with this activity. So that is it. Thank you.